Hi aspirants, welcome to our weekly current affairs session for science and technology. For this week, the first topic is going to be OpenRAN. What is this OpenRAN? What is the significance of this? The first significance of this is it is really essential for 5G deployment, which India is stepping into right now. So this RAN is critical to 5G deployment. In India, the Open RAN architecture is essential, but also it has its own challenges as well. Now, Open RAN, it is a key part of a mobile network system that uses cellular radio connections to link individual devices to other parts of a network. Simply, it is a part of a network which does the job of connecting various devices. That's all in a simple line. Now this Open RAN, specifically this Open RAN, it uses software to make hardware manufactured by different companies work together. In a short while, you will see the difference between the ORAN and the normal traditional RAN. Specific point here, the specific importance of this or speciality of this Open RAN is that it can work with components manufactured by different companies. That is the one important point here. Here, Open RAN stands for Open Radio Access Network. Open Radio Access Network. And what it is important for is it's really essential for 5G. So what is the importance of this? It can connect equipments of different or various companies. That's it. Now let us say, for example, you have a TV and you have a DVD player and you have a home theater. Let us say you have a TV belonging to one particular brand. Will it be good if you have to buy the same brand for your home theater and also for your DVD player? Would you like it? No, because a particular brand TV might be good and there might be another brand which is really good in a home theater and it is cheaper as well. But if you are compelled to use all the three equipments of the same brand, because they will only work if so. So will you like it? That is what has been happening so on, and that is the specialty of Open RAN, where it can use different equipments manufactured by different companies. Now a RAN, generally a RAN, it comprises an antenna which transmits and receives signals to and from our devices like our smartphones or any other compatible devices. The signal is then digitized in the RAN base station and connected to the network. Now you would have got an idea. There are various devices, set of devices are there, and these signals are received and you have a base station. Here in this base station, the received signals are digitized. They are digitized. This is the basic job of a RAN. Now a traditional closed RAN, it uses proprietary interface between the radio and the baseband unit. So here both have to be of the same manufacturer. So the service provider is locked to that particular vendor. Therefore, it is difficult to mix vendors for the radio and baseband unit. So you have the radio unit here, you have the baseband unit here. So to have an interface between these two, you have to use the products made by the same vendor in an closed RAN. Now the idea of Open RAN is to change this and enable operators to mix and match components. So in an open environment, expands the ecosystem and it provides more options to the operators. Now this is what is expected to make 5G more flexible and cost efficient. In our example, let us say you buy a TV because that brand is good for you, you know that. But when you go to a home theater, you have two brands which are of same quality, but the second one is much more cheaper. So you save money here, right? So this is the same thing that's going to happen here. Now Open RAN is going to make 5G technology cheaper. This could be a question. So it would make 5G technology cheaper and also flexible. So these are the two important things it's going to do. Now this RAN, generally radio access network RAN, it is part of a mobile telecommunication system. It implements a radio access technology. So let us take it as a concept. As a concept, it resides between a device such as a mobile phone. You have a mobile phone here, and a computer, or any other remotely controlled machine somewhere else, and it provides connection with its core network. So all these are connected. Here you have a core network. From the core network, various devices are connected. Now RAN functionality is typically provided by a silicon chip residing in both the core network as well as the user equipment. Let us say you have a mobile phone. In that mobile phone you have a silicon chip, and in the network there is also a silicon chip. So both the places the job is done by a silicon chip. This is another important thing to note here. Now the second topic for today is National Technology Day. So we have been celebrating this National Technology Day since 1999 of 11th May. The theme of this year 2022, the theme of this year is integrated approach in science and technology for a sustainable future. You have to know this theme. UPSC is known to ask such themes. On May 11 in 1998, on this particular day, India detonated 3 nuclear bombs in the Indian Army's Pokhran test range. We know this. Now Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam led the Indian team of scientists to successfully test fire the Shakti 1 nuclear missile in the Pokhran test range. But we also know that in 1974 itself, India conducted its first nuclear test, and it was code-named as Smiling Buddha. And this was also done in the same Pokhran region in Rajasthan. And 2 days later, the country successfully tested 2 more nuclear weapons as a part of the same Pokhran 2. That is, I am telling, in 1999. First, the Pokhran test was done. After 2 days, the second Pokhran 2. After these tests, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee declared India as a nuclear state, making it the 6th country to join the Nuclear Club of Nations. So India was declared as a nuclear state in 1999 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. This is another information to be known. And the very next day, the Hansa 3, India's first indigenous aircraft, was test fired on the same day in 1998 in Bangalore. So Pokhran test is done. After 2 days, Pokhran 2 is done. On that same day, the Hansa 3, the first India's indigenous aircraft test, was also done. So you could be asked, what is Hansa 3? It is indigenous aircraft of India. And also successful test firing of Trichy was also done. It is a short range missile. One thing you have to know is it is a short range missile. What sort of missile? You can see it here in the picture. It is from land to air missile, and this was also done on that same day. So that is why we celebrate this this May 11. We celebrate this May 11 as the Technology Development Day. And one more information is about the Technology Development Board of India. So on the occasion of National Technology Day, this Technology Development Board of India, it hosts scientific technology based webinars, and it also facilitates individuals for excellent work in the field of science and technology every year. This Technology Development Board, it was established in 1996. It is a statutory body that works under the Department of Science and Technology. All these information are really important. And it also provides financial assistance for concerns of Indian industries and other agencies for commercialization of indigenous technologies or adoption of imported technologies for wider domestic applications. So the points to be noted is, here one thing is it provides financial assistance for what? Both both for commercialization of indigenized technologies. So we make something, we have to commercialize that. For that, it provides financial assistance. Apart from that, it also provides financial assistance for imported technology also. For both indigenization and also for imported technology, it provides financial assistance. The next topic is about WBoson. So it's in news because recently researchers have announced that they have made a precise measurement of the mass of this W boson. So they have somehow measured the mass of this W boson. This W boson, it is actually found to be slightly heavier than that it was predicted already. This was already predicted by the standard model description. So standard model description had already predicted the mass of this, and now it has been found the mass is little more. This implies that this standard model description, it is incomplete. So that is what we have perceived from this new invention. Now let us see what is this standard model description. This one we have to know because nowadays UPSC is known to ask questions from basic conventional science, but always basic conventional science questions are asked when that topic is there in the current affair. So the standard model of particle physics is scientists' current best theory to describe the most basic building blocks of the universe. So what are they? They are the leptons and quarks. So we have two. So one is the quark, other one is the lepton. They say these are the basic building blocks of the universe, and these two are described in this standard model description. Here the quarks, it makes up two things. One is quarks makes protons and also neutrons. And what about this leptons? Leptons is the one which makes electrons. Have to know this. And the standard model, it explains 3 of the 4 fundamental forces that govern the universe. That is electromagnetism, the strong force and the weak force. So what is the fourth one? Fourth one is gravity. So the standard model description, it does not explain about gravity. That is also a drawback in this particular model. Now let us talk a little more about this standard model description and why it is said to be incomplete. Why is it is said to be incomplete? We have to know that. It is said to be incomplete, and why it's that is called incomplete. And it gives a unified picture of only 3 forces of the fundamental. That is, it does not give any idea about the 4th fundamental force of universe, that is the gravity. The model does not include a description of the dark matter particles also. So it does not talk about the dark matter, it does not talk about the gravity. So far these have been detected only through their gravitational pull or surrounding matter. Indirectly they have been detected, that's all. But the model is not explaining these two. But at the same time, this is the model which is the most successful in saying what has built this entire universe. Now coming back to what is this W boson. W boson, it was actually discovered in 1983. And there is another boson called Z boson, and along with Z boson, W boson is responsible for the weak force. This is really important. W boson is responsible for the weak force. And W boson is electrically charged, yes. W boson switches proton into neutrons and neutrons back into protons, and through the weak force it triggers nuclear fusion and let stars burn. The stars are working because of this W boson. So much these bosons are important. But when we compare it with a photon, which is actually massless, W bosons have a very good mass. So the weak force they mediate is very short ranged. Why they are very short ranged? Because these bosons are quite massive in structure. Now the next topic for today is Mars quake. NASA has reported that the InSight lander, the InSight Mars lander, it has detected a largest earthquake ever observed on another planet. That is, we cannot call this as earthquake. That is why we call this as the Mars quake. So any largest quake entire in the human history, for the first time we have discovered is this particular Mars quake, and it occurred on May 4th of this year 2022. Here the rover, which you can see here, the rover first landed on Mars in the year 2018. Now look here, on the earth the quakes are caused by shifting in tectonic plates, we know this. But in Mars there are no tectonic plates and its crust is a giant single plate. Mars has only one plate. Therefore Mars quakes are caused due to stress that causes the rock fractures or faults in its crust. When the rocks break, when they cause fault, that is how earthquake is caused in Mars, because Mars does not have tectonic plates how the Earth has. This InSight, it is part of the Discovery program under NASA, and this will be the first mission to peer deep beneath the Martian surface, studying the planet's interior. You can see in this picture it is studying the planet's interior, and this is the first mission to study the planet's interior, and it will use the seismic waves generated by Mars quake to develop a map of the planet's deep interior. Now what is the aim of this InSight? InSight is actually trying to describe or answer the question, how did the terrestrial planets form? So how did the terrestrial planets form? That is what this InSight lander is trying to answer. Let's wait and see. The next topic is about tomato flu. It's because tomato flu cases are being detected in Kerala very recently, and this flu, it gets its name because of the red blisters it causes. This flu affects children below 5 years of age. So you can see here, it's because of the red blisters it causes and not because it is caused by tomato. No way tomato, this poor fellow is not even responsible for this. It is no way connected. The symptoms include rashes, skin irritation and dehydration. This flu is a self-limiting one, so you don't have to worry a lot about it because it is a self-limiting one. There is no specific drug for this. Specifically, you have to know what it is. No drug for this. That means the symptoms will resolve over time on their own if supportive care is given. Take rest, take some good medicine, that's it, that's enough. And like other cases of flu, tomato fever is also contagious. One important point to be noted is it is contagious. If someone is infected with this flu, they need to be kept in isolation and it could spread from one person to another person. It is contagious. The next topic is about search algorithms. Now generally we know about algorithms, don't we? Algorithms play a good role for search engines as they process millions of web searches every day. Now these search algorithms are becoming increasingly complex because more and more data is being added to the internet every day. Even see, I am going to add this recorded video to the internet in few minutes now. So like that, every minute more and more data is being added. So the search algorithm is also becoming complex day by day. Now this search algorithm becoming complex, it also proves something else. That is, it could be a threat to privacy and other things as well. Now the UK's digital watchdog has said they will take a closer look at all these algorithms. Now how do search algorithms work? Now a search algorithm, it is just a series of instructions, or any algorithm, it is a series of instructions, that's all. For example, the Google's search engine provides results to consumers with the help of its ranking system. So Google uses ranking system as its base for its algorithm. While Google captures a significant chunk of the general search market, around 60% or more, there are other search engines also which include Microsoft's Bing, and this DuckDuckGo and others as well. Now apart from Google, the other famous ones are Bing and DuckDuckGo. Now over the years, Google has developed search algorithms. They have improved it in many times and updated them with some major updates. For example, like the Panda, Penguin, Hummingbird, Rank Brain, Medic, Pigeon, Payday, all these. So you have to know this. All these names are really important because UPSC is known to ask such questions. They'll give this name and they'll ask what is this. These are the updates given to the Google's search algorithm. And the European Commission has fined Google with a huge amount for abusing its market dominance as a search engine by giving an illegal advantage to other Google products in comparison to shopping services. So what it is doing is, when you search for something, the first thing that comes is the other Google products. And moreover, under the Commission's proposal on the Digital Services Act, they have something called as the Digital Services Act. So under this act, transparency measures for online platforms on variety of issues, including the algorithms used for recommending contents, are expected to come into force. So they are going to regulate most of the things, and one such thing is this search algorithms. And who has done all these things? The European Commission has done all these things for now. The next topic, the last topic for today, is the AIM Prime. The AIM stands here for Atal Innovation Mission, of course, and Prime stands for Program for Researchers in Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So that is what it stands for. And they also give a slogan saying that your gateway to deep technology, knowledge intensive entrepreneurship. The aim of this particular program called AIM Prime is to create entrepreneurship. And that entrepreneurship is not any other entrepreneurship, not a simple one. They want it to be technological and knowledge intensive entrepreneurship, which is what is India lacking now, and which is what India wants so badly now. And this is a playbook. On the whole, it is called as AIM Prime Playbook. This playbook is aimed at promoting early stage science-based deep technological ideas to market through training and guidance over a period of 12 months. So a period of 12 months training is given. What sort of training? An early stage science-based deep technology training is given. And this will be blended along with the learning curriculum. Now what is the focus area is? The focus area will be science-based, knowledge-intensive, deep technology entrepreneurship. Their slogan is their focus area actually. Now who is the implementing agency? It is the Atal Innovation Mission. And it also collaborates with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as well. And apart from that, some other things are there. It is also alongside implemented by the Venture Center, and it is catalyzed by Pune Knowledge Cluster and so on. But the important informations here include it is implemented by Atal Innovation Mission and supported by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. That's it for today. And in today's class, we saw so many information were there. Please have a pen and paper with you for this video. Take notes, save those notes and keep them safely. Most of the topics today are really important topics. Thank you. Jai Hind.